Yeah, I would definitely say it's probably the best so far. I think the sequence was really fun too. Just getting up and down, and that's when we play our best basketball. And then P-Watt gets one right after that. That was really cool. So yeah, it was definitely probably my best sequence in the NBA yet.
Do you think you jumped higher on your own dunk, the oop, or when Peyton had the dunk? You jumped pretty high on that.
Yeah, I told P that when he got his dunk, I jumped up behind him, but probably my dunk, I would say.
How did it feel just to be out there in those closing moments, though, with Peyton and the trust that Coach felt in you in such a big situation?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the trust, is a big part of it. Obviously, he left us out, through ups and downs throughout the game. He could have subbed us out for, the guys that normally finish the game. But he trusted me and P, trusted our defense, trusted to get it done. Those plays don't happen. If we come out earlier, we check out, at our usual time. So, him trusting us, Coach trusting us in that moment, in a big game like that is very meaningful.
Christian, that's a really good team over there. What did you learn about them over the course of 4 games this year?
I think we learned it, last year during the playoffs. They played us really tough. I think we beat them in 5, but they were really tough. One of our toughest series, and they were without 2 of their best players too. So we already knew how good they were. We know that every game they're going to come in, they're going to battle, and it's always a good matchup when we play them. They got a lot of really good players. Ant's obviously Ant, and they're really, really, really good defensively. So we understand the challenge. I think we rose to the occasion today in a meaningful game. So that was good for us.
How much did your phone blow up when you got to the locker room?
It was definitely blowing up, but I mean, just the love the guys showed me was really cool during that moment, and then when I got to the locker room. So I haven't really looked at my phone yet. I saw my mom text me, so that's pretty cool too.
What did she say?
Lord knows. I'm not. I probably can't say it in here.
CB, it's easy to get up for this game, but how challenging will it be, especially if a couple guys don't play in either Friday or Sunday, get up for those last few games?
No, it won't be challenging because we understand, the 1 seed's not locked up, unless we win these next 2. We understand that. I understand that. We got to, do a good job of communicating that to everybody. And I think, this team, we've been in these positions and, we understand the importance, of these next 2 games. So, just getting our bodies right and making sure, we're locked in and we don't have any slippage going into these next 2 is really important.
In both of the games you guys won against them, you held Ant scoreless in the 4th quarter. What does it take to sort of start to or try to contain his explosiveness?
I mean, he's one of the best players in the league. You can show him a lot of different things. You can throw different people at him. You can throw double teams at him. He's got counters for everything. His tough shots, when he picks the ball up, his pivots are really good. So he's a really good player. So you got to throw a lot of different things at him. And we do a good job of that, most of the time. But to hold him scoreless in the 4th quarter of 2 games is obviously really big. But that's a credit to our team defense.
With your bounce, is that something that you were born with, or something that you worked hard to develop?
I would like to say I worked out a little bit growing up, but I don't know. I think I was born with it. My dad tries to take credit for it. But I don't know. I haven't seen that. So I would assume I've worked for it, and obviously my genetics help too. But I think I've had it my whole life.
So you're not going to shy away from attacking the rim, but is there a split second where you're like, well, this is Rudy Gobert, what am I doing here? Is there ever any doubt? Because you got the first dunk on just a little earlier.
I mean, yeah, it's funny you say that because I was just telling somebody in the locker room, a lot of the credit goes to P-Watt too, because I think Rudy knew that P-Watt's a high flyer running behind him. So he was stunting, falling, trying to play both, which is what you're supposed to do, obviously, in transition. He was just caught between 2 guys, that attacked the rim pretty hard. So, he's obviously, one of the best defensive players in the league, and he did what he was supposed to do, but obviously got caught. And most of the time, he gets those blocks.
Christian, the bench played really well tonight. You guys as a unit. What do you think like the key attribute is when you guys are playing at that level? You guys are playing right.
I think defensively. I think when we're not taking the ball out of the net, and bringing it up, playing, a set offense. When we get stops, we rebound and we run, and we're playing with energy. We're playing up and down. It's not just half-court basketball. That's when our second unit's always at our best. We were at our best last year when we were doing that. So no, just the same mindset. Getting stops, rebounding is a big thing for us too. Getting stops, rebounding, and then when we run, it's typically when we play our best. As a second unit.
Christian Nicola goes for 41. He had another just monster game tonight. Just when he's making some of the shots that he's making, when they're as contested as they are, just what goes through your head? Is it normal for him, or is it just, wow, how did he make that one?
It's normal now. Obviously when I first got here, I'm like, it was amazing to watch. But I think I've said this a million times, like just his routine every day. He shoots those same exact shots. We have the same player development guy, so Ogie makes him shoot over everybody. Shoots it really high in the air. When he's working out. So in the game, it doesn't really affect him. He doesn't see you, because he's shooting the same way every single time. And it is amazing. And like I said, I've seen it a million times, but I think he gets 41 and missed 4 shots. So he's just a great player, and that's a great defensive team too. So it's not like he's doing it against a team that's not good defensively. He's just an amazing player.
How much time do you have to actually think about going left-handed with the dunk, like to process, like, how am I going to do this? So what's that like?
I actually like to dunk. Everybody on the team knows I like to dunk with my left hand. Most of the time. So I don't usually try it in the fourth quarter of a big game like that. But like I said, I didn't want to go up with a layup against the best defensive player in the league. So you got to attack him strong, and I don't know. I didn't really plan it. It just happened like that, and it worked out. So that's good.
A couple games ago, you actually had a chance to drive and maybe dunk, but you dished it to MPJ for that three a couple games ago. I'm curious the difference in your thought process there.
Well, that one worked out too. So I like to say I made the right decision, but I think that night Wemby had 9 blocks, and saw him out of the corner of my eye. And I think it was 20-some seconds left in the game. So I didn't want to go up and get blocked, and that leads to a break. And it was tied up. In another important game. So, I just wanted to make the right play. I try to make the right play every time, play the right way. And, like I said, I think both decisions ended up working. I don't know if the one against Wemby was a great decision, but, Mike backed me up. So, and I know that if I throw it to Mike in an open shot, he's going to knock it down.
One more if we got
Steve, you would dunk it up.
or your left foot with your left hand, is that partly you use your body, but also because people expect you since you're right-handed, maybe to go up with your right?
I wish that I planned it out like that. I wish I could say I thought that through.
I'm
Or
saying in general, when you said you like to jump off your...
yeah, no, I just do it. I don't know. I like to jump left. Even when I finish layups, a lot of times I jump left too. I'm just much better off my left leg, and like I said, I can't say that I planned it that way. It just kind of went like that, and I'm grateful that it went in the basket.
Thanks, Christian.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.